So this is the third video in the series of Bateria basics videos for Caixa. I'm going to assume that you've already checked out video 1 and 2 on how to hold the drum and how to play hand to hand. Really important that you get that first, or that you can already do that, of course. This lesson we're going to be thinking about accents. Where I want to go is take us from playing hand to hand that we did last lesson, all even notes, to turning that into something more musical, something that has a groove. So a lot of the time what we need to do is just take all of those notes hand to hand, keep them there, and just add one or two or a few notes that are louder than the others. Those are the accents. For example, that's just the hand to hand, and then we add just an accent on beat 2 and an accent on beat 4. We're going to look at that more in the next lesson, but to get there I need to give us a bit of technique. You might be able to just kind of force those accents if you play like this. Kind of push there, you can kind of get it. Something simple like that. But I want to teach you properly, I want to give us some technique to get those accents nice and smooth. So we're going to cover open and closed strokes, and we're going to start to cover the Moeller technique in this video. So closed strokes will be the ones that you want to keep all of those little notes ticking over with your hand-to-hand playing. I say closed, I don't mean it's gripped tightly, you're not, certainly not doing that. It's still nice and loose, but you're not doing that whole big lift and open stroke business that we did in the first couple of first lesson, especially with our hand-to-hand playing. It's all ticking over nice and smooth, quite close to the drum. A little encouragement from the finger, maybe resting on your fingers here, or just free of your fingers. That's closed strokes, that's a softer sound. To get an accent I want us to put in an open stroke, so that means if we just think about our right hand for a second, it will be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in each bar. That's 2 notes per beat, like we said. Let's think about putting an accent on beat 2. 1 and 2. There. Now if I don't lift 1 and 2, it's hard to get a good accent there smoothly. So that means we need to be lifting 1 and lift in time for 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. This beat 2, that's the loud one here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4, the same thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now to do that we need to open up just before beat 2. And the way we really do this when we're playing nice and smoothly is using the Moeller technique. We get a free stroke, 1 and, that one there, the and, before the loud note. We get a free stroke if when we start to open, we start to lift the stick, we just break at the wrist first here. And naturally if we do this, if I lift here, keeping this relaxed, the stick goes down, we get a free note. I'm only lifting, ready for the next note, and I'm getting a free soft note. 1 and, there. There's no effort going into that down. It's 1 is a normal stroke, the and, I lift here, break at the wrist, and now I go through the open stroke, I lift, I'm exaggerating here obviously, the stick can come as far back as you want, open the hand, and then beat 2 is the loud stroke where we flick. So we have normal stroke on beat 1, lift on the and, open, and come down on beat 2. 1 and 1 and. And actually, let's just forget about the 1 now. Just practice the technique. Just go and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Think of this tip of the stick as drawing a number 2 in the air, or a swan's neck, like that. You can practice it just in the air here. Break at the wrist, and then flick close. Break, up, round, close. Up, down. Up is free. All I've done is that. And instead of no noise, I've just let the stick drop. And then we're ready to make a loud sound after that. And 2, 1 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 and 2. So common mistakes with this would be kind of 1 and doing this, lifting and then tapping. 1 and 2. That's making a whole other movement for yourself. We want to avoid that. 1 and. It's not that. It's 1 and. It's as you lift we get that free note. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay? As little effort, as little thought as possible into that free note. 1 free note and then loud. You could try it just a stream of them. As you get faster, the movement gets smaller, more controlled, but it's the same idea. And that was very good. And you get the idea. A free note and then loud note. That's called the Moeller technique. M-O-E-L-L-E-R. Moeller. Named after the guy who invented it. It's used by drummers all around the world, not just in Samba. Really important technique. You can do the same thing in your left hand as well. I want us to focus mainly on the right hand, but if you want to try left hand, if you want to be really diligent about it, same idea. Before a loud open stroke, before that in the left hand, we get a free one. You can kind of see it just happening there. If I just allow that bit there just to touch, like this, then there it is. Same as up here, boom, and boom. Bit more of a, again like the right hand, break in the wrist, and then flick for loud. That break in the wrist allows you just to get that free note. And boom, and same thing here, and here. The key thing is bringing it up, and then opening, allowing that stick to come back. Part of the same movement coming back. That is such an important technique to practice if you really want to get your playing smooth with accents. Let me show you that example I did at the start, with that funk backbeat. You see that there? Next lesson we're going to put this into practice more with the beat, but for now, yeah, right and left, try and get them even, especially thinking about your right at this stage. That's the Moeller technique, using a free note on the way to an open stroke, a free note on the way to an accent.